A very hearty good morning, dear students. Now, children, today I am going to start with a new chapter, that is natural vegetation and wildlife. So, let me introduce with this topic before explaining this chapter. Children, you must have observed the trees, different types of trees, the bushes, grasses, birds in the fields and in the parks when you come to the school or when you go somewhere. You must have seen that all these trees, bushes, grasses, even the birds and animals, they are not similar. There are many variations in them. So, you know that India, it is a vast country, and you can imagine the different types of bioforms which are available in this country in each and every region. Now, children, our country, as you know, you can see the natural vegetation over here. Okay, you know that our country India is one of the 12 mega biodiversity countries of the world. Okay, it is on the 12th place in the mega biodiversities of the world. Now, within this, you must know that 47,000 plant species are there in our country. Okay, and according to it, it is occupying the 10th place in the world, and in Asia it stands on the 4th place. Now, flowering plants, there are 15,000 flowering plants in India, which account for 6% of world flowering plants. In regarding to animal species, we have 89,000 of animal species in our country. 1,200 bird species are there, that is 13% of world's total birds are in our country. 2,500 varieties of fish species are there, that means the 12% of the world's stocks fish species are there in our country. 5 to 6% we have amphibians. You know what are amphibians? Frog is an amphibian which lives on land as well as in water. Reptiles are there and mammals are there. So, children, now this is the whole biodiversities which is present in our country. Okay, so now you can say that, how can you say that India has a diverse flora and fauna? Okay, so in this you can explain it in a very beautiful way. This is the number of species details which are present in our country. Now, children, I am going to explain you in this what is virgin vegetation. Virgin is, this means that natural vegetation, it refers to a plant community which has grown naturally without human hindrance. Okay, natural vegetation, as you know that natural vegetation, what do you mean by natural vegetation? The vegetations, the plants community which grow up naturally without human interference, without human aid, and this is left undisturbed by the humans for a long time. Okay, this is termed as the virgin vegetation. So, cultivated crops and fruits, orchards, they form a part of the vegetation, but not natural vegetation. Why? Because we cultivate the crop. Human हेल्प के द्वारा ये क्रॉप को कल्टिवेट किया जाता है. इवन जो ऑर्चर्ड्स बनाए जाते हैं, फ्रूट ऑर्चर्ड्स होते हैं, वो भी ह्यूमन हेल्प से ही बनाए जाते हैं. तो यू कांट कॉल दैट एज नेचुरल वेजिटेशन. नेचुरल वेजिटेशन इज अ थिंग विच ग्रोज अप नेचुरली without human aid. Okay, so now the term I am going to explain you what factors are responsible for the huge diversity in flora and fauna. First of all, let me explain you what do you mean by flora and fauna. Flora is a term which denotes plants of a particular region. Okay, plants of a particular region are called as flora, and fauna means animals. It refers to the animals. So, you can see there is a huge diversities of the flora and fauna kingdom due to the various factors. कैसे हैं different आप देखोगे in the Himalayan areas different flora and fauna, different plants and animals are found. In comparison to the plateau region, वहाँ पे different animals and different vegetations are found. Even compare it with the coastal regions also, deserts also, you can see a vast diversities in them. Now, what are the relief features? Number one is the land. Okay, land, you know, it is a land which influence the type of a vegetation, the nature of the land. Okay, now you Can you expect the same time of vegetation which grows in the mountainous region or in the plateau region and the plain areas or in a dry and wet regions? No. Why? Because in mountains you can see tall pine and fir trees. In a Thar desert you can see a thorny trees. Why? Because of the land structure, land influence. So you have seen that fertile land is generally devoted for agriculture purpose. Okay, fertile land we can't use for growing palm trees and all. फर्टाइल लैंड इज़ यूज टू ग्रो. जहाँ पे रिवर्स होगी वहाँ फर्टाइल लैंड रहेगी और फर्टाइल लैंड जो है वहाँ पे हम क्रॉप्स उगा सकते हैं. And side by side undulating means rocky and rough terrains. These are the areas where the grasslands are found, woodlands are found. Woodland means forests, natural vegetations are found, and these types of lands they give shelter to a variety of wildlife. वहाँ पे ज़्यादातर animals ऐसे undulating और rough terrains पे पाए जाते हैं. दूसरा बात आता है soil. Now different types of soil they provide basis for different types of vegetations also. Okay, how? Now vegetation, how sandy desert soil it support cactus and thorny bushes. Okay, like in Rajasthan sandy deserts and cactus and thorny bushes देखने को मिलेंगे. Wet marshy deltaic soils जैसे सुंदरबंस है they support the mangrove forest and deltaic vegetations. ठीक है, वहाँ पे जूट वूट आपको ये सब देखने को मिलेगा. नाउ आफ्टर दैट हिल स्लोप्स इन माउंटेन रेंज एरियाज व्हाट काइंड ऑफ सॉइल वी हैव अ डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ सॉइल ओवर देयर where there you can see a coniferous trees over in that area. Mostly the coniferous trees are found in that area. Okay, now we'll move further. Next comes the climate. Okay children, climate also plays a very important role. Okay, first of all the temperature. You know the characters and extent of vegetations, these are mainly determined by the temperature along with humidity in the air, precipitation and soil also. Okay, ये बहुत काउंट करता है क्योंकि टेम्परेचर में क्या क्या आता है आपको पता होना चाहिए. टेम्परेचर में आपका क्या आएगा, ह्यूमिडिटी इन द एयर, प्रेसिपिटेशन, ठीक है ना, एंड what degrees of temperature that the region contains. Now you have seen on the slope of the hills and the Himalayas region and in the peninsula above the height of 915 meters, the fall in temperatures also affect the types of vegetations. जहाँ पे temperature कम होगा वहाँ different type of vegetation पाई जाएगी, उनकी growth भी different देखने को मिलती है, and changes it from tropical to subtropical temperate and alpine vegetation also. Okay, next will come after that, what is photoperiod? Photoperiod means sunlight. Okay, now this is also a main factor which influence the flora and fauna of a place. You have seen the places which gets enough sunlight, like in the southern region. It depends on the latitude and altitude also, and seasons and duration of the period also, children. So variations and the duration of sunlight at different places is totally different. The place which is near to in the southern part of the Tropic of Cancer, it is totally a sunlit areas. Okay, different latitude, on different latitude, duration of the day and duration of the night varies in comparison to the northern hemisphere. Northern hemisphere means Tropic of Cancer की जो above area है. It also affects, and due to longer duration of sunlight, trees grows faster in summer. This is the region why the trees grows faster in summer. Now you can know that why the southern slope in the Himalayan region covered with thick vegetation cover as compared to northern slope of the same hills. ठीक है, अब इसको पता करना क्योंकि क्या है कि why southern slopes in Himalayan regions covered with thick vegetation, southern क्यों thick vegetation से covered in comparison to the northern slopes of the same hills. Northern slopes जो है वो इतने covered क्यों नहीं होते हैं. Next we come to precipitation. Precipitation, you know that already I told you precipitation means the in the atmosphere the precipitation takes place in the form of a rain, snow, okay, or hails and all. So in India you know that advancing southwest monsoons and retreating monsoons, northeast monsoons, they bring rainfall in our country. Okay, the areas which receive heavy rainfall, you know, you can find a dense forest over there like in Assam region and all. It has a dense vegetation over there as compared, even in Kerala also you can see dense vegetation because we have heavy rainfall over there. and in comparison to the to the areas which receives less rainfall, you won't be able to find such kind of dense vegetation over there. Okay, now one more question to ponder is why forests are important for human beings. This is the main thing. You know very well why the forests are important for us. You know, as forests are renewable resources, okay, number one, they play a major role in enhancing the quality of environment. If we are going to have a good forest, we will be having a good quality of environment in our country. Secondly, it modify the local climate also. अगर जिस place पे ज़्यादा greenery होगी वहाँ का climate भी बहुत अच्छा पाया जाता है. Okay. Third, it controls the fourth, it controls the soil erosion. Okay. Fifth, it regulates stream flow. Side by side, it regulates stream flow. It support a variety of industries also. Industries are based on it. It provide livelihood for the many communities also. Offer panoramic or scenic view for recreation. Okay, people go for that wildlife sanctuaries and these bird sanctuaries in the forest areas and all for safaris and all. So, it is a good scenic view for recreation. It controls the wind force also. ओके जब अच्छी ट्रीज होती हैं तो बट नेचुरल हवा की जो तेजी होती है, तूफान आते हैं, उनको कंट्रोल करता है. साइड बाय साइड टेम्परेचर ऑल्सो उस एरिया का कंट्रोल करता है. एंड इट कॉजेज रेनफॉल. जहाँ पे अच्छे पेड़ होंगे वहाँ पे रेनफॉल भी अच्छी होगी. सो इट इज़ मस्ट फॉर अस, वी शुड ग्रो 1 or 2 trees. We should plant 1 or 2 trees every year in order to have a thick vegetation in this area. It provides humus to the soil also. Okay, जब कुछ भी गिरता है पत्तों से जो भी होता है तो वो ह्यूमस, नीचे ह्यूमस फॉर्म हो जाता है जो कि सॉइल के लिए फर्टाइल होता है. एंड लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट, इट प्रोवाइड शेल्टर टू द वाइल्ड लाइफ ऑल्सो. ओके, सो नाउ activities that you can we already celebrate one Mahotsav in our school also, and side by side you should also celebrate this one Mahotsav in your locality, and you should plant few saplings, and you should notice the growth of each and every saplings after a week, which is going to help our environment in one way or the other. So, vegetation cover, children, in India, okay, it has gone many changes. It has gone many changes. How in large parts of the country you have seen no more natural vegetation is found there, except in some regions of Himalayas which is inaccessible. People are not able to reach over there. That is why you can find a new good natural vegetation over there. In the hilly regions of central India also, like in Madhya Pradesh and all, there is a good dense forest over there. And the Marusthali, the vegetations of most of the areas have been modified at some places or replaced or degraded by the human occupancies. So, why it has been undergone a change? Natural vegetation, number one, cultivated land growing as the population is increasing in our country day by day. In order to feed these people, the demand of the cultivated land has been increased. Next is development of industries and mining is there, which has also brought changes in the natural vegetation. For third is urbanization due to over bursting of the population. People needs house to live. That is why these forests are changed into a urban lands where people have started constructing their houses and all. And last but not the least is the overgrazings of pastures also. In order to feed these cattle and all, we are using this forest areas for our cattle and all, for pastures and all. So, these are the main reasons why it has gone over there. You can see over here, just see in this picture you can make out how this has been changing. You can see over here urbanization has taken place. Okay, urbanization has taken place. You can see over here that the farming is going on. Okay, constructions of industries and all, and overgrazings of pasture lands and all. So, these are the main things which have brought changes in the natural vegetation. Okay, so this much is all for today. Now, tomorrow we are going to discuss about the ecosystem, okay, and the types of vegetation.